Welcome back to another lunch or dinner with Joe Stunner Boxing. How are you all doing? I'm at work again, enjoying my sandwich de fromage, cheese sandwich, bit of fruit on the go, bit of sushi. Living the dream, gentlemen, living the dream. Right, Conor Benn. Let's talk a bit about Conor Benn. Now, I followed his father's career from start to finish. Saw him fight. Wonderfully exciting fighter who really went on an incredible journey with ups and downs, more ups and downs. Learnt from his mistakes. Learnt from adversity. Carried on for a little too long. Lost his last 3 fights of his 5 defeats. 3 of them was last 3 fights. But overall, a fantastic career. I think he made 8 defences of the WBC Super Middleweight Championship. He also held the WBO Middleweight Championship. I think made a defence. He won it against DeWitt. Defended it incredibly against Iran Barkley, who he did in a round. And then I think lost it to Eubank. So when his son came along, I was intrigued. And I think I've seen every single one of Conor Benn's fights. I've also seen him live. I sat ringside and watched him live. Now, when he started, a lot of people said he's not going anywhere. I wasn't one of those people that thought that. I thought he was very, very raw, as you would expect a 19-year-old with limited amateur experience. But I saw some talent there. I saw some tenacity that was probably similar to his father's. And I think as a young man, before he was married and had a child, he was a bit immature. And it kind of showed. For example, when he fought that French fella, whose name's going to escape me. What's his name? He fought him twice. You know the guy I mean, French geezer. Had Ben on the floor twice. Ben got up and out, pointed him just. They had a rematch and Ben won on points, but that was the turning point because he realised, I can't piss about. The first day against the French fella, you know, as soon as I stop this video, I'm going to remember that French fella's name. I'll guarantee you. First time he fought the French guy, reportedly he'd spent hours in some fucking chair in a hairdresser's getting his hair dyed or some bullshit thing. Which is rather telling, like father, like son, because when Nigel Benn suffered his first defeat against Michael Watson, North London, which is where I'm from, Finsbury Park in a big tent, got knocked out in 6 rounds by a jab. Nigel had spent hours in a chair having his hair done as well. So pride goes before a fall, vanity, etc. But Conor learned from that and he's matured as a person, which always helps, no matter what you do in life. He's married now, he's got a kiddie. And that maturity is reflected in his performances as a fighter. Because I think over the last 3 years, he's improved vastly. Now, having said that, we cannot ignore the fact that he is being matched very carefully, predominantly against non-punchers. And that leaves a question mark in my mind. Because Sammy Vargas, Granados, Algieri, certainly Vargas had defeats on his record. It was a premature stoppage. He got stopped in the round, very premature stoppage. Didn't really learn anything there. Granados didn't want to fight, so Ben outpointed him. And Algieri had 1.5 feet in retirement. But nevertheless, it's the manner in which you do your work that sometimes reflects where you're at in your career. And he did well. Ben did well. Give Ben credit. Why is he being matched, though, against light punchers? He's 25 now, Conor Benn. Do they know something we don't? Is there something going on behind the scenes? Has he been stung in sparring? Do they have doubts about his chin? I mean, if people were talking about Conor Benn maybe fighting for a title in 2 or 3 years, and they're making gradual progress, I could sort of buy it. In fact, I would approve of that type of thing. I'm someone who believes in the old way. British, Commonwealth, European, then you move on to world. I think it's tried and tested. But Benn's not saying that. And Matchroom aren't saying that. They're saying he deserves to be number 4, I think he's number 4, in the world rankings. Not yet, he doesn't. Not to me. He's made good progress. I'd call him a top 15, maybe a top 12 welterweight. But top 5, I mean, who do you think would win out of Boots Ennis and Benn? Who do you think would win out of Crawford and Benn? Who do you think would win out of Spence and Benn? I've no doubt Benn would take those fights. Would he win them? I don't think so. So they're kind of jumping the gun. Another example is Kell Brook. Eddie Hearn is keen to make that fight. But interestingly, before Brook fought Khan, Eddie was sort of alluding to the fact they both passed it, both knackered. The fight had gone stale. Well, if you're saying Conor Benn is a highly world-ranked welterweight, why are you eager to put him in with someone who you're saying is basically shot? Doesn't make any sense to me. I would like to see, and I'm not alone in this, I would like to see Benn fight David Avanesian. And Frank Warren has made an offer. I don't know what the offer was, whether it was any good. But to me, that's a perfect barometer to see where Benn is on world level. Because Avanesian is good, would start as a favourite, at least in my eyes. But even if Avanesian won, in fact, even if he won by stoppage, it wouldn't be a bad thing for Benn. And of course, he might win. He might beat Avanesian. But it's you need that. You need to put someone in, not just throw them in at the deep end willy-nilly. But you need to take those steps up. Just as Nigel Benn lost to Michael Watson and learnt from that defeat, went to America, tried to reinvent himself, stayed out of the limelight. New trainer, new training setup. Nigel Benn, that defeat to Watson opened his eyes. And the French fella who beat, or not beat, but gave Conor Benn a good fight, yes, that sharpened Conor's mind. Okay, I need to work harder, I need to stop pissing around here. A fight with Avanesian, even if you lost it, wouldn't necessarily be a tragedy. It could be a big learning fight. As long as he keeps fighting over the hill light punches, he probably thinks he can walk through fire, but you don't know. You don't know whether you can walk through adversity. If you're constantly fighting guys who you're a favourite over. So I have trouble. Not fully. I mean, I understand what they've done with Conor Benn, building him up, but you can't have your cake and eat it. If he's a world-class welterweight, put him in with some sort of B+ fighters or B fighters like an Avanesian, not C+ and B- guys, B+ guys. And if he loses, no worries, he's learned. And Brook against Benn wouldn't be a bad fight. I think the victory over Khan flatters Brook a little bit. I'm not convinced he himself isn't, maybe not shot, but is on the downside. Certainly on the downside. But Benn versus Brook, the old guard against the young lion. Good fight. Eubank and Benn, forget it. Load of bullshit. Eubank's way too big. Can't make super welterweight. No way. It's just names. You just put them together for the names. If I didn't have those names, no one would be thinking about it. Book and Benn, I can live with that. Yeah. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think about Conor Benn? Where do you think you should go from here? Who should you face? Do you think he can be a world champ? For me, the jury's still out, but yeah, maybe. He's 25 now. Maybe another year against some good opponents, like top 12 guys, top 10 guys. Let me know your comments below. As usual, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you could. Only takes a second to hit that subscribe button. Always appreciated. I'm going to finish my lunch. I'm on the decadent stuff now. Cheese, apple and grapes again. Living like a king. I'm living like a king. I'm not, you know. Anyway, enjoy your day. Take care. And we'll speak again sometime. Much love to all of you.